What is happiness and how do you get it? I was working with someone the other day. That's what they asked me. I said, everything I've been doing, I still feel miserable. I feel more successful in what I'm pursuing, but I don't feel successful within myself. You see, this is one of those things where you get to an impasse where you realize something about life. And I realized this impasse working with people who had everything that you could want. They have tons of money, they have success in their careers, they have wonderful kids, they have a beautiful family, and within themselves, they don't want to live. They feel rotten, they want nothing to do with life. Waking up every morning is a drag, going to sleep every night is painful. Anything they want to pursue in life seems pointless, seems hopeless, seems helpless, right? Our triad of depression. This is one of those insights that you get. You come to a point in life where you realize what you're doing won't work anymore. It did for a year, it did for 10 years, right? It worked for a month, for a week, depending what you practice. And with happiness, the thing that'll burn you out the most is trying to search for it. It's trying to look for it. And that seems so bizarre. But the reality is, if you go thinking that happiness is somewhere to be discovered, you'll take this cruise and find happiness there. You'll change jobs, find happiness in these new brick walls. You'll find a new partner, they'll teach you happiness. You'll find that you're enabled to be great. It never really comes like that. And that's because happiness is more of a practice. Happiness is something that's internal. If you look for happiness outside, you're taking an internal quality, an internal value, and you're saying that it's going to be achieved externally. And we know this, right? What's success to you is not success to somebody else. You say that I want to be, I want to be well-spoken. I want to perform in this. I want to reach a certain tier in what I'm doing. I want to feel good. I want to have more energy. I want to be able to make people happy, take care of people, take care of myself, right? Have my health back. These are all internal. And nobody else has the same values as you. No one else has the same goals. And so to look at happiness in this way, and to say that happiness is going to exist somewhere outside of you, is a weird thing. And so I can't really say what the key to happiness is, but I can say what some of the errors in how people pursue it are. One of them is looking for it in other things, is not giving your chance the right to practice happiness, because happiness is a practice. Happiness is realizing that life already gave it to you. You don't believe in it. You don't want it maybe for some reason, and then you have to learn that you want happiness through misery. We kind of get taught things like that in a duality. Or maybe in yourself, you've come to a point where you say, I need happiness, I need happiness, I need happiness. And in your pursuit of happiness, you've become in such a wreck. You've become miserable on the road to happiness. It seems so weird, but it happens so frequently. This is that error, right? The way that we're pursuing it needs to be changed. And I think the great phrase, right, that the journey is the destination, that's a great way to look at happiness. That's a great way to approach the things that you want in life. To look at your internal qualities and say that they matter. To bring it to your own accord. Say that life is yours and decide where you want to go with it, what you want from it. These are important things to practice. But when I say that I don't know what will lead you to happiness, I can tell you the things that won't, right? That external look. You say that this made someone else happy, it's going to make me happy. Well, you might do that, but you'll find that your internal value for what they did is different than theirs. You might get there, you might say, well, if I become a millionaire, if I own this vehicle or this house, I live in this neighborhood, I married this person, I'll be happy. And maybe you get there and you realize, no, I still have that empty feeling, that rotten feeling, that dark feeling inside, and it's not going away. We throw stuff at it. That's where addiction starts for a lot of people. Is trying to fill that void. Is trying to feel better about this life. Is trying to feel better about what you're doing. And the reality is, if you're practicing what you want, it's more about taking away. It's realizing that the unhappiness there, the restlessness, these are all things that you've added to your life that you just need to take away. And a simple practice for happiness, just to keep this video short, a simple practice for happiness is feeling good about what you've done. It's not disqualifying the positive. It's saying, I want what I want. I am not going to be apologetic for saying this is what I need, and if you can't give it to me, well, sorry, I need to find it somewhere else. And these qualities, when you let them blossom, when your internal values shine more than the negative ones, this is that road to happiness. You're practicing feeling good, right? Your body runs on pleasure just the way a car runs on gasoline. And when you run out of pleasure, you can't get anywhere. It's a sad thing. So what is giving you pleasure? A simple practice is one, keeping that in mind, keeping in mind that you need pleasure in your life. And the most pleasuring thing you're going to do is those things deep inside you that say that you're worth something. What have you done today that says, I appreciate my efforts this week? I appreciate what I'm doing. I appreciate all the difficulties, all the difficult conversations, all the difficult people, the difficult circumstances, the uncertainty of my life. What today have you done that says, I feel good about getting through all those things and battling with it? What have you done in your life that says that? How do you reward yourself? Because you can't just say that when I get to success, I'll feel better. Maybe you've been on that vacation, you said, I'm going to get there, and all the difficulty and work is worth it. And you get on that vacation, and you're still thinking about work, you're still thinking about the stuff you're stressing on, and when you get done with that vacation, getting back to work is even tougher. And so it's a practice. And how are we practicing ourselves? How are we practicing our inner line of focus, rather? This is an important question. So we want to look at every day how we're feeling. What have we done to say we appreciate this, appreciate who you are? What have we done to say, I am growing as a person. I'm growing in what I'm doing. What have you done to say, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to be in a month, in a year, in 10 years, by the end of my life. And what have you done today to feel good about them? Because the grind and what people tell you to do, that's not you. That's you trying to make ends meet, but it's not you on the deep side. You can pretend like that money's going to make you feel good, but you just spend the money on the stuff that you want to do. You take the money and you say, well, now I have time off, I can do that stuff. The Dalai Lama was asked one of the most confusing things about life, right? What baffled him the most? And he said, humanity, humans. Because humans will spend their whole life trading their health, right, for wealth. And at the end of their life, they'll trade that wealth back to get that health back. And it makes no sense. Why do we do that? You trade your sanity, you train your emotional side, you train your physical side. Maybe you find that you've developed ulcers, high blood pressure, anxiety. Now you're on medications that give you other side effects, low libido. You can't sleep anymore. Right? This is all your health. And when does it go away? When that job goes away? Or you're spending more money to maintain your life. This is something I'll talk about later, but it's an inner equity, right? The economics of psychology. What things in your life are costing you. But I just wanted to say that and share some of the voicings I had for this individual. So I hope that helps.